Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show that cuts through the information overload and gets straight to the knowledge that truly matters to you. Today, we're plunging into one of the most profound shifts happening in artificial intelligence. We've all interacted with large language models, those brilliant text generators that can write, summarize, and brainstorm with remarkable fluency. But what happens when these incredibly smart models don't just respond, but can actually do things? We're talking about the transformation from reactive LMMs to sophisticated, proactive AI agents, AI that can think, plan, and act autonomously in the real world. Have you ever wondered how AI could become a true collaborator? A partner that not only understands your complex requests, but then goes out and executes them? That's the frontier we're exploring. Our mission today is to give you a comprehensive, ranked analysis of the most impactful free LangChain tools that are making this agentic AI revolution not just possible, but accessible. We're not just listing tools, we're dissecting their real-world utilization, their strategic business value, and the robustness of their developer support. We've distilled insights from a comprehensive report ranking these very tools, so you're getting the concentrated nuggets of knowledge, free from jargon and fluff. Whether you're prepping for a high-stakes meeting where agentic AI is on the agenda, or just inherently curious about the cutting edge of what AI can achieve, you're in precisely the right place. Let's really dive in. So, we've hinted at this monumental shift from reactive LLMs to proactive AI agents. Let's unpack this a bit more. How is agentic AI fundamentally different from the LLMs we've become so familiar with?
That's the perfect starting point because it really sets the stage for why these tools are so vital. Think about it this way. Traditional LLMs are incredible conversationalists, brilliant writers, even capable problem solvers. But they're largely reactive. You give them a prompt, they generate a response. It's like having a super smart advisor who can tell you what to do but can't actually do it themselves. Agentic AI, on the other hand, represents a profound paradigm shift. We're talking about building AI agents that possess autonomous decision-making capabilities and the capacity to execute complex, multi-step tasks without constant human intervention. They don't just give you text, they orchestrate actions.
So it's about going from just understanding and generating text to actually doing things in the world, taking initiative. That sounds like a fundamental redefinition of what AI can be.
Precisely. It's AI moving from a purely computational utility to a truly goal-driven virtual collaborator. Imagine an AI that not only understands a complex request, say, find me the latest market trends in renewable energy, analyze the top 3 competitors, and draft an executive summary. But then it evaluates multiple choices, decides which external tools to invoke, like maybe a web search tool, a data analysis tool, perhaps a document generator, and it dynamically adjusts its plan based on the feedback it gets from those actions. It might even realize it needs more information and, go back to a previous step. This ability to plan, act, and adapt based on real-world feedback is what enables capabilities far beyond simple prompt response flows, transforming the AI from an oracle into an active participant.
And at the heart of orchestrating these complex multi-step behaviors, especially when we talk about applications powered by LLMs, is a framework called LangChain. Why has LangChain become such a central player in this agentic AI movement?
Yeah, LangChain has rapidly emerged as, well, pretty much the leading open source framework, specifically designed for building these sophisticated LLM-powered applications. Its brilliance lies in its modular and flexible architecture. Think of it as a set of Lego bricks for AI development.
Okay, like building blocks.
Exactly. This design allows developers to seamlessly integrate all sorts of components, different large language models, various data sources, and crucially, external APIs and tools. Because it's open source, it's fostered a massive community and become the go-to choice for development teams across the spectrum. From, agile startups pushing the boundaries to much larger enterprises looking to integrate AI into their core operations. It really democratizes access to these powerful building blocks, allowing developers to focus on the unique logic of their agents rather than reinventing the wheel for basic integration.
Speaking of advanced building blocks, the report also highlights LangGraph, which is an advanced framework built directly on LangChain. What specific, intricate problems does LangGraph solve for these AI agents, especially when we consider production-grade deployments?
Right, LangGraph takes the foundational capabilities of LangChain and really elevates them for truly complex, robust, production-grade agents. Its core purpose is to facilitate the creation of stateful and cyclic agent workflows.
Stateful and cyclic. What does that mean in practice?
Well, imagine your AI agent isn't just handling a single, isolated query, but rather engaging in a long-term, multi-turn interaction. like assisting with a complex project over several weeks perhaps. LangGraph allows agents to maintain conversational context over these extended interactions, manage their long-term memory of previous actions and decisions, and dynamically adapt their behavior as they execute these multi-step processes.
So it remembers things, like across different conversations or steps.
Exactly. It's like giving your AI agent a persistent memory and the ability to learn from its own actions, not just in one conversation, but across multiple sessions. This enables the agent to remember who you are, what it tried before, maybe what worked or didn't, and dynamically reroute its strategy. Much like a seasoned project manager who can adapt to new information or setbacks. For any agent that needs to handle intricate tasks, maintain continuity, and learn over time, LangGraph is absolutely crucial. It's the architecture that lets the AI come back to previous states, loop through actions, maybe retry things, and make decisions based on an evolving understanding of the task and environment.
Okay, so if LangChain orchestrates the overall application and LangGraph structures these complex, adaptable workflows, where do the tools we're focusing on today fit into this whole ecosystem? Are they just optional add-ons or something more fundamental?
That brings up a crucial point, and it's one of the deepest insights from this entire deep dive. Tools aren't just optional add-ons. They are fundamental interfaces. Think of them as the hands, eyes, maybe even the external processing units of the AI agent, extending its capabilities far, far beyond just generating text.
Like giving senses and limbs to the brain.
Precisely. Without tools, an LLM, no matter how brilliant, is like a highly intelligent brain trapped in a jar. It can think, it can reason, but it has no way to interact with the world around it. With tools, these agents gain the ability to dynamically interact with external systems, retrieve real-time data, and perform specific actions in the real world. This transforms theoretical reasoning into practical, tangible execution. This is really where the magic happens, where the AI moves from talking about a problem to actively solving it.
And this interaction with external tools you mentioned is absolutely critical for overcoming some inherent limitations of LLMs. Can you elaborate on how these tools address those specific weaknesses?
Absolutely. Let's think about the static knowledge bases of LLMs first. They are trained on vast data sets, sure, but only up to a certain cutoff date.
Right, like asking about yesterday's news.
Exactly. So if you ask an LLM about today's stock prices or the latest political developments or even the current weather, it literally doesn't know. It's like asking someone from, say, 2022 about something that happened just now in 2024. Tools overcome this by providing real-time external information. DuckDuckGo Search, for instance, gives the agent an up-to-the-minute window to the internet, directly addressing the challenge of outdated responses. Another major limitation is the LLM's propensity for hallucinations, that fancy term for generating factually incorrect or confidently misleading information.
Ah, yes, making things up.
Pretty much. Think of an LLM as a brilliant poet who might struggle with simple long division or might invent facts to fill a knowledge gap if it doesn't know the answer. By allowing agents to access and verify information from reliable external sources, or maybe offload precise calculations to deterministic tools like a Python interpreter, these tools help ground the LLM's responses in reality. This makes the agents far more reliable and trustworthy. The ability to perform real-world actions means the AI isn't just talking about a problem, it's actively seeking, verifying, and then solving it, which is, the ultimate goal of agentic AI.
That makes perfect sense. Tools really are the bridge that turns a smart conversational bot into a truly capable, goal-driven agent that can act in the real world. Now, our deep dive today focuses specifically on free LangChain tools. So let's clarify what free truly means in this context, because sometimes that word can have a few hidden caveats, right?
You've hit on a crucial distinction, and it's one of the first nuggets to understand about these tools. When we refer to free LangChain tools in this report, we're defining them as tools that do not necessitate external paid APIs, subscriptions, or commercial licenses for their core functionality. This means you typically won't have to sign up for a monthly paid service or incur a per-use fee specifically for the tool itself directly from a third-party vendor. They often leverage existing open-source projects or operate within free tiers of services that might already be widely accessible.
So it's free, but with a few nuances, right? It's not necessarily a zero-cost endeavor for the entire system, maybe.
Exactly right. While the direct use of these tools through LangChain is free, there can absolutely be indirect costs or limitations to consider, especially as you scale up. For instance, the Gmail toolkit. While free to use through LangChain, it might operate under usage quotas imposed by Google's free API tier. Exceeding those could require moving to a paid plan for the underlying service, not the LangChain tool itself.
Okay, so the service might have limits.
Correct. Or if you use something like the Resicode interpreter or maybe SirXANG search, while the tools themselves are open source and free, you might need to self-host them. This means you're responsible for the underlying infrastructure costs, servers, cloud computing resources, maybe even the electricity to run your own hardware. So the key takeaway is that the core tool usage, as provided by LangChain, doesn't require direct payment to a third-party vendor for its functionality. The barrier to entry from a direct financial perspective on the tool itself is incredibly low.
Got it. So a powerful way to start building without a huge upfront investment directly on the tools, but always be mindful of the surrounding ecosystem costs. Now, the report ranks these tools based on utilization, strategic value, and developer maintenance. Let's talk about how the report actually assessed the volume of utilization, given that hard quantitative usage data for open source tools often isn't public. How do you infer that level of adoption?
This is where we rely on what we call the art of inference, because direct, precise, quantitative usage data for open source tools within this dynamic agentic AI market is rarely made public. It's just not out there usually. So our assessment is based on qualitative indicators, but these are pretty robust, we think. We look at how frequently a tool is featured or demonstrated in official LangChain tutorials, in their core examples, and in the bustling community discussions on platforms like GitHub, Reddit, or maybe Discord.
So looking at how often they pop up in the official docs and community chatter.
Exactly. If a tool pops up repeatedly in the fundamental agent examples that LangChain publishes, or is commonly highlighted in widely circulated how-to guides, it's a very strong signal of widespread adoption. Think of it like a developer's popularity contest, maybe, where a tool's omnipresence in learning materials and starter kits indicates its baseline utility. Another crucial factor is the inherent necessity and broad applicability of a tool's function. For example, a universal web search tool or a fundamental code execution environment. Well, they're almost always required for any intelligent agent aiming to interact with the real world or perform complex calculations.
Makes sense. Some things are just table stakes.
Right. Tools that solve these universal problems are naturally going to see higher implicit utilization across a diverse range of agentic AI applications compared to highly specialized ones. So, by analyzing these qualitative signals, we can confidently infer which tools are most frequently leveraged by the developer community.
That's a clever, pragmatic approach to gauge adoption without hard numbers. Next, the report talks about measuring strategic value proportionate to company valuation. That sounds like a very business-focused, bottom-line metric. How is that assessed for a free tool?
This criterion really digs into the strategic business impact and the competitive advantages a free tool provides to an organization, extending far beyond just its direct cost savings. We consider how a tool contributes to automating complex workflows that were previously manual and incredibly time-consuming, or maybe even deemed impossible to automate with traditional methods. Does it dramatically improve operational efficiency? Does it enhance developer and employee productivity across teams? Or significantly reduce overall operational costs through automation and error reduction? These are all core questions.
So it's about the tangible benefits that hit the bottom line or enable entirely new capabilities for the business.
Exactly. We also scrutinize whether a tool facilitates entirely new revenue streams or substantially enhances existing ones by unlocking novel capabilities or enabling highly personalized services. A tool that democratizes access to specialized data or capabilities for a broader user base, allowing, for example, a non-technical marketing analyst to query complex customer data that previously required a data scientist, scores incredibly highly here.
Making data usable for more people.
Precisely. And crucially, we look at its contribution to enhancing decision-making speed and accuracy through real-time insights, which is invaluable in today's fast-paced markets. The more profound and widespread these enabling effects are on a company's strategic goals and overall operational health, the higher the inferred value to its overall valuation. It's about how much leverage that free tool provides for the business as a whole. A free tool that unlocks a multi-million-dollar capability is obviously far more valuable than one that saves a few hours of manual labor,
That paints a very clear picture of what strategic value really means for these tools. Finally, how do you evaluate developer maintenance or the health and ongoing support of the open source project itself?
For developer maintenance, we primarily rely on publicly available GitHub repository statistics for the underlying libraries, or, where applicable, the LangChain community package itself. These metrics are robust indicators of a project's ongoing health, active development, and community engagement. Key statistics include GitHub stars and forks. These act as a proxy for community interest, widespread adoption, and the perceived utility of the project. A high number of stars and forks usually means a lot of developers are not only using it, but also finding it valuable and keeping an eye on its progress.
So stars and forks are like votes of confidence from the community?
In a way, yes. We also look closely at commit frequency and the date of the last commit. Frequent recent commits indicate a vibrant, ongoing development pace, suggesting that bugs are being fixed regularly and new features are actively being introduced. So yes, if you see daily or weekly commits, that's a very good sign of robust, active development. Finally, we consider the number of open issues and pull requests relative to the project's overall activity. A healthy project will have a manageable number of open issues that are being addressed and active pull requests that are being reviewed and merged, indicating strong community engagement and responsive maintainers. This means the project is collaborative and evolving. High GitHub activity, characterized by numerous stars and forks, frequent commits, and responsive issue management strongly suggest a healthy, well-supported open-source project. This directly translates into reliability, continuous improvement, and a reduced long-term maintenance burden for companies integrating these tools. Conversely, low or stagnant activity can signal potential risks of project abandonment or a lack of future development, which is definitely a red flag for any serious deployment.
Now that we understand the framework for evaluating these tools, let's really plunge into the specifics, starting with the very top. Our #1 ranked free LangChain tool, DuckDuckGo Search.
DuckDuckGo Search is truly a foundational tool for any agentic AI aiming to interact with the modern world, and its top ranking is no surprise. Its primary function is robust, real-time web search and information retrieval. It's giving the AI a live connection to the ever-changing internet, something no static LLM can offer.
So essentially, it's handing the AI agent a fresh, constantly updated window to the current internet, rather than relying on its potentially outdated training data.
Exactly. When we look at its utilization, DuckDuckGo Search is pervasive. It's frequently employed as a generic go-to search tool in LangChain agents across countless examples. You'll find it integrated in tutorials for answering current events questions like, what are the latest developments in quantum computing? Or retrieving up-to-the-minute details on emerging technologies like superconductor LK99.
Right, things LLMs just wouldn't know on their own.
Correct. It's also often paired with other information retrieval tools like Wikipedia for comprehensive data gathering. This widespread inclusion in foundational agent examples and tutorials underscores its pervasive application across diverse agentic tasks. From powering a research assistant AI that needs current data for a report to maybe a conversational AI that needs to verify facts in real time. The ability to access current information is a basic requirement for almost all intelligent agents that go beyond simple text generation, making this tool a common, indispensable building block.
That makes perfect sense. LLMs have a knowledge cutoff, so giving them access to live data is not just crucial, it's existential for many applications. What about its strategic value and business impact? This feels like it goes beyond just getting current info.
Oh, the strategic value is immense because it directly addresses one of the most glaring limitations of LLMs, their static knowledge base. Imagine an AI managing a hedge fund's real-time trades. Outdated information isn't just a minor error, it's potentially a catastrophic loss. DuckDuckGo Search becomes the agent's indispensable real-time market pulse, vital for time-sensitive tasks like financial research, current events analysis, market trend forecasting, or even supply chain monitoring. So it keeps the AI grounded in the now. Precisely. And by feeding the LLM accurate current context, web search also plays a critical role in mitigating the model's tendency to hallucinate or generate outdated, incorrect responses. This significantly enhances the overall reliability and trustworthiness of agent outputs, which is paramount for any business application. Plus, DuckDuckGo's privacy-first approach adds a valuable layer, particularly for applications handling sensitive queries or operating in industries with stringent data privacy regulations like healthcare or finance.
That privacy angle is interesting too.
It is. And being a free tool that requires no sign-up or payment, it dramatically lowers the barrier to entry for agentic AI development, making it highly accessible for rapid prototyping, supporting small businesses, and for budget-constrained projects looking to leverage advanced AI capabilities without prohibitive upfront costs.
And on the maintenance front, is it well supported enough for enterprise-grade applications?
Absolutely. DuckDuckGo Search benefits from deep and official integration within the LangChain framework. It's wrapped and supported via DuckDuckGo Search Run within the LangChain community package, signifying direct LangChain support and ongoing maintenance. While the independent DuckDuckGo search Python package itself is actively maintained with regular PyPI releases, its primary reliability and continuous improvement, when used with LangChain, are effectively absorbed and amplified by the broader LangChain ecosystem.
So it benefits from LangChain's overall health.
Exactly. The overarching LangChain framework itself boasts an enormous GitHub presence, with over 112,000 stars and more than 18,000 forks, demonstrating a vibrant, active community and robust project management of issues and pull requests. This deep integration ensures the tool's stability, reliability, and continuous improvement, making it a solid choice even for demanding production environments.
That's a powerful start to our list. Moving to our second-ranked tool, which gives our agent a brain for logic and numbers, is the Python REPL. For those who aren't constantly coding, what exactly is the Python read-evil print loop, and how does it empower an AI agent?
Right. The Python read-evil print loop, or REPL, is truly a cornerstone for agentic AI applications that demand precise computation, logical reasoning, and direct interaction with the programming environment. Its primary function is to execute Python code for complex calculations and programming tasks. Think of an LLM as maybe a brilliant poet who can struggle with a simple long division problem.
Okay.
The Python RDPL gives it a precise calculator and, in effect, a whole engineering team, all on demand.
So it's more than just a calculator. It's like giving the AI its own mini computer where it can write and run code instantly.
Precisely. Regarding its utilization, the Python REPL is extensively used by agents to handle complex calculations that LLMs often struggle with directly due to their probabilistic nature. LLMs are fantastic at language generation and pattern recognition, sure, but not always at exact math or deterministic logical operations. The REPL enables LLMs to generate executable Python code, which is then run by the REPL to derive accurate, verifiable answers. This effectively compensates for inherent LLM weaknesses in deterministic computation. This tool is absolutely fundamental for AI assistance in software development workflows. Imagine an AI agent helping a developer. You can use the Python REPL to identify and fix bugs, generate boilerplate code for common tasks, or even test small code snippets to confirm logic, thereby streamlining development processes significantly.
So it can actually write and test code itself.
Yes. And more advanced applications, like the REPL agent example, leverage the Python REPL to transform natural language ideas like build me a simple web application that tracks my expenses into working applications and websites. This demonstrates its profound potential to act as a team of software engineers within a single agent. This broad utility, from basic arithmetic to full application generation, makes it indispensable for intelligent agents aiming for high accuracy and functional output.
That's incredibly powerful. What about its strategic value and business impact? How does this translate into real-world gains for an organization?
The strategic value is immense. By offloading deterministic computational tasks to a reliable Python interpreter, agents can achieve significantly higher accuracy and reliability in numerical or logical operations. This directly reduces errors in critical applications, from financial modeling to scientific research, which can have substantial bottom-line impact. For software development teams, it acts as a real-time, always-on assistant. It automates mundane but necessary tasks like bug fixing, precise code generation, and even explaining complex functions, leading to substantial productivity gains and accelerated development cycles. This frees human developers to focus on higher value, more creative, and architectural tasks.
Letting developers do the more interesting work.
Exactly. Furthermore, tools on the REPL can empower non-technical users to build functional applications from natural language prompts, effectively democratizing software creation and expanding the pool of potential innovators within an organization. Imagine a marketing team quickly spinning up a small custom script to analyze campaign data without needing a dedicated developer. The REPL's ability to execute arbitrary Python code also provides unparalleled flexibility and extensibility, allowing agents to interact with and leverage the entire Python ecosystem, including highly specialized custom libraries, internal applications, and vast data analysis packages. This means agents can be truly tailored to specific business needs, making it a cornerstone for innovation.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, and you touched on it earlier. This sounds like it could open up some serious security concerns. Allowing an AI to run arbitrary code on a system immediately makes my mind jump to potential vulnerabilities. Is that the case, and how is it addressed?
You've hit on a critical point that's absolutely paramount for any production deployment. This immense power does indeed come with a significant security concern. The ability to execute arbitrary code generated by an LLM on the host system poses substantial risks, including potential data breaches, system compromises, or even denial of service attacks if not properly managed. It's like giving your most brilliant but potentially unpredictable intern the keys to the entire server room.
Right, not something you do lightly.
Definitely not. This necessitates robust security measures. In production environments, implementing sandboxing is non-negotiable. This means running the REPL in its execution environment in an isolated, restricted container where it can't access sensitive system resources or files outside its designated scope. Containerization technologies like Docker are frequently used for this purpose. Companies must prioritize and invest significantly in secure deployment strategies and isolated execution environments when integrating agents that utilize the Python REPL. Despite these risks, the Python REPL's capacity to augment LLMs with true computational and programmatic capabilities offers profound strategic value, driving productivity, accuracy, and innovation that often outweighs these challenges, provided the security is baked in from day one.
Given these critical capabilities and the inherent security considerations, how is the Python REPL maintained and supported within the LangChain ecosystem?
In terms of developer maintenance, the Python REPL benefits from being a core fundamental component of the Python language itself. This means its long-term stability and reliability are inherently assured by the vast global Python community. It's not going anywhere.
True, Python itself is pretty stable.
Exactly. LangChain provides dedicated tools like Python REPL and Python AskREPL tool, indicating active integration and direct support within the framework. This means that while the core Python interpreter is universally maintained, LangChain ensures its seamless and reliable connection to your agent architecture. It also benefits from the overall robust maintenance and active development of the broader LangChain framework, making it an exceptionally reliable choice, provided, again, you implement the necessary security precautions in your deployment.
That's a clear picture of its power and the critical need for security. Moving on to number 3, we have Pandas data frame. For anyone who might not be familiar with it in a coding context, what exactly is a Pandas data frame, and how does LangChain utilize it to empower AI agents?
Right, the Pandas data frame tool is absolutely critical for any data-centric agentic AI application, which describes a vast number of business use cases. Its primary function is data analysis, manipulation, and visualization, all driven through natural language. Pandas itself is an incredibly popular open-source Python library for working with structured data. Think of it as a superpowered spreadsheet for programmers, allowing for complex operations on tables of data, like CSVs or database tables.
So it's essentially allowing an AI agent to become a high-powered data analyst, able to sift through complex data sets with just a natural language query. That sounds like a dream for many business users who struggle with complex data tools.
Precisely. Regarding its utilization, the Pandas data frame tool is widely employed for complex data analysis tasks, including filtering, aggregation, statistical analysis, and even preparing data for visualization. It facilitates natural language interaction with Pandas data frames, enabling agents to translate user queries like, "Show me the average sales per region for the last quarter," into executable Python code that manipulates the data frame.
Turning plain English into data queries.
Yes. Its application spans diverse scenarios, from analyzing structured datasets like the classic Titanic dataset in tutorials, to handling massive financial datasets, customer churn analysis, or even real-time operational data. This makes it a cornerstone for agents designed to extract insights and perform operations on tabular data, which is truly ubiquitous in almost every business environment.
That sounds incredibly valuable for any business dealing with large amounts of structured data. What's the strategic impact and business value here?
The strategic value and business impact are transformative. This tool automates complex data analysis tasks that previously required specialized skills and significant manual effort, significantly streamlining workflows for data scientists, business analysts, and even developers. This leads to substantial gains in efficiency. By automating repetitive data cleaning, processing, and reporting, it drastically reduces manual workload and minimizes human errors, resulting in more accurate reports and faster, more reliable insights. A key benefit, and one of its most profound strategic implications, is its ability to empower business users who lack technical expertise. Imagine a sales manager who can query detailed sales performance data using natural language, or an HR manager who can analyze employee retention statistics without needing to learn complex SQL or Python.
That really lowers the barrier to data.
It does. This democratizes data access across an organization, reducing reliance on specialized data teams and accelerating decision-making cycles. Furthermore, it's capable of processing live data streams for instant analysis, which is crucial for dynamic environments such as real-time financial trading, immediate fraud detection, or up-to-the-minute inventory management. This enables businesses to react with unparalleled agility.
And I imagine, given its similarity to the Python REPL in terms of executing code on data, it also comes with significant security considerations.
Indeed, you're right to connect those dots.
Yeah.
Similar to the Python REPL, executing LLM-generated code on data frames carries inherent risks. A maliciously crafted query could, in theory, expose sensitive data or even corrupt the data frame if not properly managed.
Right, same potential pitfalls.
Exactly. This necessitates careful sandboxing, as we discussed with the REPL, and robust permission management in production deployments. You need to ensure the agent only has access to the data it truly needs and that its operations are constrained. Despite this, the Pandas data frame tool's broad applicability across industries, and its a profound impact on operational efficiency, decision-making speed, and the ability to extract immediate actionable value from large data sets make its value proposition exceptionally high for organizations willing to invest in the necessary security infrastructure.
How robust is its developer maintenance and community support given its critical role?
Pandas is an exceptionally mature and widely adopted open-source Python library. Its GitHub repository, Pandas Dev Pandas, boasts a massive and incredibly active community with over 46,000 stars and more than 18,000 forks. That's huge.
Wow, yeah.
The project demonstrates very active development, with commits occurring almost daily, indicating robust and continuous maintenance by a dedicated team and a large contributing community. LangChain officially provides the Create Pandas Data Frame Agent function, directly leveraging this highly stable and well-maintained external library. This unparalleled community support and active development of the underlying Pandas library translate directly into exceptional reliability and continuous feature improvements for its use within LangChain agents, making it a virtually risk-free choice from a maintenance perspective. It's truly one of the most stable and trusted components in the Python data science ecosystem.
At number 4, we have the SQL Database Toolkit. For many businesses, their absolute core mission-critical data lives in SQL databases. How does this toolkit bridge the gap between LLMs and that highly structured, often proprietary data?
The SQL Database Toolkit is indeed a vital component for Agentic AI, serving as a critical bridge between the powerful reasoning capabilities of LLMs and the structured relational data stored in enterprise databases. Its primary function is to enable agents to interact with SQL databases using natural language queries. It essentially gives the agent the ability to speak SQL, even if the LLM itself doesn't inherently know SQL, or maybe doesn't know the specific schema of your database.
So an AI can genuinely ask questions of a database, retrieve information, and potentially even modify data, all without the user or the LLM needing to understand the intricacies of SQL. That sounds like a dream for many business users and a game changer for data access.
It absolutely is, and it's a major step towards truly democratizing data. Regarding its utilization, this toolkit enables agents to interact directly with SQL databases like Squid, PostgreSQL, MySQL, and many others. It facilitates the conversion of natural language questions, such as, show me all customers in New York who have spent over $1,000 in the last year, into precise, executable SQL queries.
Translating requests into actual code.
Exactly. It then executes these queries against the database, retrieves the results, and formulates clear, natural language answers for the user. Its applications extend widely into business intelligence, enabling real-time data visualization and the creation of interactive dashboards, all driven by natural language questions. This tool is particularly valuable in customer-facing scenarios, such as intelligent chatbots for CRMs or ERPs, where users need to explore their own data without requiring any prior knowledge of SQL. Its ability to unlock structured data for LLMs makes it a highly utilized and strategically important component in data-rich business environments.
What's the strategic value and business impact here? I can already imagine the efficiencies it could unlock.
The strategic value is profound. First, it fundamentally democratizes data access by eliminating the need for specialized SQL knowledge. This empowers a far wider range of business users, customer service teams, and other non-technical staff to retrieve and analyze data directly, freeing up valuable developer or data analyst time.
Less waiting for the data team.
Precisely. This capability significantly accelerates business intelligence. Instead of waiting for reports or custom queries, users can get instant insights and create real-time dashboards on the fly, bypassing the complexities of traditional BI tools and drastically reducing bottlenecks often associated with developer involvement. This directly translates into substantial time and resource savings for organizations. Furthermore, it profoundly enhances customer experience. Imagine a customer support chatbot that can immediately pull up a customer's order history, troubleshoot a specific issue by querying sales data, or offer personalized recommendations based on past purchases, all in real time.
That's a much better experience.
Definitely. This capability leads to more informed and agile business decisions across the board, enabling faster reactions to market changes and more proactive problem solving. It moves data from being a static resource to a dynamic, accessible asset that fuels better operations.
That's a powerful application. You mentioned it can also modify data. I'm thinking about the security risks we discussed with Python REPL and Pandas. Does the SQL database toolkit also have similar concerns? And if so, how does it address them maturely?
You're absolutely right to be cautious. Executing LLM-generated SQL queries against a database can indeed pose significant risks, such as accidental data modification, unauthorized data access, or even SQL injection vulnerabilities if not handled with extreme care. This is a critical point. What's particularly robust about this toolkit is that it incorporates essential security measures to mitigate these risks. These include requiring explicit confirmation for any data modification operations, like insert, update, delete. So the agent has to ask permission, basically.
Ah, a human check for changes. Good.
Yes. It also offers fine-grained access control to restrict what the agent can query or modify within the database, and rigorously sanitizing all LLM-generated queries before execution to prevent malicious SQL injection attacks. This proactive, layered approach to security demonstrates a mature consideration for data integrity and system safety, making it suitable for enterprise adoption where data security is paramount. It's a prime example of balancing power with necessary precautions.
And in terms of its developer maintenance and community support, how reliable is this toolkit for long-term deployment?
The SQL Database Toolkit and its constituent tools are officially part of the LangChain community package, ensuring direct support and continuous maintenance from the core LangChain team. This means it benefits significantly from the very active development and large community of the broader LangChain framework. Beyond that, it relies on the robust and exceptionally mature ecosystems of various underlying SQL databases themselves, like SQLite, PostgreSQL, and MySQL. Many of these databases are open source and benefit from extensive continuous maintenance by the respective massive communities.
So it leverages the stability of the databases, too.
Exactly. This dual layer of support from both the LangChain framework and the underlying battle-tested database technologies ensures its robust maintenance, reliability, and long-term viability for enterprise applications. You're effectively building on decades of accumulated stability.
Coming in at number 5, we have the Requests Toolkit. This sounds like a fundamental tool for interacting with the entire web beyond just search. What exactly does it allow AI agents to do, and why is that so critical?
The Request Toolkit, while seemingly basic in its function, is a foundational utility for almost any AI agent that needs to interact dynamically with external web services beyond simple search queries. Its primary function is to make HTTP requests, things like get, post, put, delete, to interact with external APIs and web services. Think of it as the agent's universal remote control for anything on the internet that has an API.
So it's essentially the agent's way of talking to any web application, any online service, or any data source that exposes an API, allowing it to both pull and push data.
Exactly. Regarding its utilization, the Request Toolkit is incredibly versatile and widely used for both gathering real-time information and performing actions within complex, multi-step tasks. It enables agents to fetch dynamic data from popular web services, like retrieving the latest articles from Hacker News, pulling stock prices from a financial API, or checking flight statuses from an airline API. But it also allows agents to perform actions, like updating a record in a cloud-based CRM system, sending a message through a communication platform, or triggering a payment process, all by interacting with their respective APIs via HTTP requests.
Okay, so both reading and writing via APIs.
Correct. Its versatility makes it a frequently used component across diverse agentic workflows, from data aggregation to orchestrating automated actions within a distributed system.
What's the strategic value here for businesses? This capability sounds like it could integrate AI agents into virtually any existing digital workflow.
The strategic value and business impact are substantial, precisely because of its ability to enable universal API integration. This tool allows agents to connect with virtually any web-based API out there, thereby unlocking a vast array of functionalities and data sources that can be integrated into agentic workflows. This is particularly crucial for seamlessly integrating with existing enterprise systems, your CRMs, ERPs, accounting software, and leveraging third-party services that maybe don't have direct LangChain wrappers yet.
Connecting to basically anything with an API.
Pretty much. The tool facilitates the retrieval of truly live data, such as real-time stock prices, up-to-the-minute weather forecasts, or instantaneous inventory levels. More importantly, it enables agents to perform critical actions, updating records in a customer relationship management system, triggering notifications in a communication platform, or even initiating transactions. All of these are essential for dynamic, interconnected business processes. By automating tasks that rely on interactions with web services, the Requests Toolkit significantly enhances operational efficiency across virtually all business functions. This fundamental bridge to the internet allows agents to transcend static knowledge and interact dynamically with the vast digital world, providing invaluable capabilities for automating complex, real-world business processes that often span multiple platforms and services.
And how about its developer maintenance is such a critical universal tool, well supported?
Oh, the Request Toolkit benefits from an incredibly robust foundation because it's essentially a wrapper around the Request Python library, which is widely considered the absolute de facto standard HTTP client in the entire Python ecosystem.
Ah, it builds on requests. Everyone uses that.
Exactly. The underlying request library is exceptionally popular, boasting around 30 million downloads per week and supporting over 1,000 dependent repositories. Its GitHub repository for requests exhibits extraordinary activity, with over 53,000 stars and more than 9,500 forks, demonstrating immense community adoption and incredibly active, reliable maintenance by the Python community. LangChain officially provides the Request Toolkit and Request Wrapper, directly leveraging this highly stable and universally supported external library. This formidable foundation ensures the Request Toolkit's reliability, security, and future-proof nature for agentic AI development, making it one of the most dependable tools in your arsenal.
Finally, rounding out our top 6, we have the Playwright Browser Toolkit. This sounds like an incredibly powerful tool for web automation. What exactly does it allow AI agents to do that might go beyond what a simple API call could achieve?
The Playwright Browser Toolkit is definitely an advanced tool for agentic AI, specializing in complex human-like interactions with dynamic web interfaces. Its primary function is to automate intricate, nuanced interactions with web browsers. While the Request Toolkit is great for APIs, Playwright is for when you need to act like a human user in a browser, clicking, typing, scrolling, the whole 9 yards.
So it's not just fetching data from a clean API endpoint. It's actually browsing the web like a person would, seeing, clicking, typing, navigating multiple pages.
Exactly. Regarding its utilization, Playwright is primarily used for building visual web browser agents that can navigate, understand, and interact with web pages in a manner strikingly similar to a human user. It enables agents to perform a wide range of actions, scrolling down infinite feeds, extracting data from complex visual layouts, filling out multi-step forms, clicking buttons, and even handling pop-ups or dynamic content.
Things that usually need a human.
Right. Its application is crucial in scenarios demanding intricate web interaction, where direct API access to a web service is unavailable, insufficient, or simply too complex to manage. Think about automating the download of invoices from a vendor portal that requires a specific login and navigation sequence, or completing complex multi-page online applications. This makes a go-to choice when you need truly human-like web interaction for tasks that are traditionally manual.
That's a huge capability for automating tasks that might not have a clean public API, which describes a lot of legacy systems or web portals. What's its strategic value for businesses?
The strategic value and business impact are significant, because Playwright directly bridges the gap between AI capabilities and real-world browser interactions. This allows for the automation of tasks that were previously incredibly difficult, error-prone, or even impossible for AI agents to perform because they required visual understanding and complex navigation. Its design emphasizes robustness and resilience, which is critical for web automation where page layouts can frequently change. It incorporates features like auto-wait mechanisms, so it waits for elements to appear properly.
So it's less brittle than older automation tools.
Much less brittle. It also has web-first assertions confirming elements are visible and interactive and tracing capabilities for debugging. Coupled with its self-correcting mechanisms, these features ensure that agents built with Playwright are highly resilient to dynamic web page changes and potential flaky behaviors, thereby guaranteeing reliable long-term automation. The tool's ability to combine visual understanding with HTML structure extraction enables agents to interact effectively with both static and dynamic web elements, providing comprehensive data extraction capabilities from even the most complex web applications. Furthermore, Playwright offers broad applicability due to its cross-browser support, Chromium, WebKit, Firefox, and cross-platform compatibility Windows, Linux, macOS.
Works everywhere, basically.
Pretty much. This unique combination of advanced automation, resilience, and broad compatibility unlocks significant potential for automating critical business processes that rely heavily on web interfaces, from scripting competitive pricing data to automating customer onboarding steps across various web properties.
And how is it maintained, especially given its inherent complexity and the constant evolution of web technologies?
Playwright benefits from strong corporate backing, as it's developed and actively maintained by Microsoft. This ensures substantial resources and a long-term commitment to its development and evolution.
Okay, Microsoft backing is significant.
It is. The Microsoft Playwright Python GitHub repository demonstrates continuous and active development, characterized by frequent commits and pull request merges, indicating a vibrant development cycle. Its multi-language support, TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, .NET, Java indicates a broad and diverse developer ecosystem, ensuring widespread adoption and contributions. Moreover, Playwright is widely adopted for end-to-end testing in continuous integration, continuous delivery, CI/CD pipelines across countless organizations. This heavy use in mission-critical testing environments inherently contributes to its stability, rigorous testing, and overall robustness. This combination of strong corporate backing, active development, and widespread adoption in the testing community ensures its reliability and continuous evolution for sophisticated agentic AI applications.
So we've walked through the top 6 individual tools in detail, but looking at them collectively, what are the common threads or overarching themes that stand out, and what does this mean for overcoming those inherent LLM limitations we discussed earlier?
Yeah, looking across these top tools, a clear and consistent pattern definitely emerges. They are all purpose-built to address core LLM limitations. We're talking about the LLM's static knowledge bases, its inherent inability to interact directly with the real world, and its occasional weaknesses in precise deterministic computation. These tools aren't just features, they act as essential enablers. They provide the crucial mechanisms for real-world interaction, whether it's through real-time web searches, direct database queries, or full-fledged web automation.
Giving the LM superpowers, essentially.
You could say that. This empowers agents to access dynamic external data sources and critically perform tangible actions in the physical or digital world. Fundamentally, they are the key to automating complex, multi-step business processes that were previously difficult, costly, or even impossible to delegate to AI, allowing the AI to move from being a knowledge provider to an active participant and executor. They transform the LLM from a brilliant advisor into a capable doer.
Okay, if we connect this to the bigger picture, and you've touched on it for specific tools like the REPL and SQL toolkit, one of the most critical observations from this entire deep dive is the inherent power-security trade-off. It seems the more powerful the tool, the greater the potential risk. Can you elaborate on that crucial balance?
Absolutely. This is a non-negotiable consideration for any organization serious about implementing agentic AI in a production environment. It's perhaps the most important takeaway. Tools capable of arbitrary code execution or direct system interaction, such as the Python REPL, the Pandas data frame, the SQL database toolkit, and even file system tools, though not in our top 6, they share this characteristic, offer immense power and versatility. They unlock incredible capabilities for automation and problem solving. However, this power inherently introduces significant security risks. If an LLM generates maliciously crafted code, whether by accident, due to subtle prompt injection, or even from a sophisticated adversarial attack, that code could potentially be executed on the host system, leading to severe consequences like data breaches, system compromises, or unauthorized actions.
The nightmare scenario.
Exactly. It's the ultimate, with great power comes great responsibility scenario. This necessitates the implementation of robust, multi-layered security measures. We're talking about rigorous sandboxing, where the agent operates in an isolated, restricted environment, fine-grained access control to limit precisely what the agent can see or do, and comprehensive query sanitization to clean and validate any LLM-generated queries or code before execution. The implication is clear. While these tools are invaluable for their capabilities, companies must prioritize and invest significantly in secure deployment strategies and isolated execution environments when integrating agents that utilize them. The increased capability of these tools directly correlates with an increased need for stringent security protocols. It's a critical trade-off that requires continuous vigilance.
That's a vital, perhaps the most vital consideration for anyone looking to deploy these in a real-world production environment. You also mentioned something interesting called the LangChain effect on tool maintenance. What does that mean for developers and organizations?
Yeah, it's an intriguing dynamic within the open source ecosystem. Many of the tools integrated into LangChain, even those whose underlying standalone libraries might show only moderate GitHub activity, benefit significantly from the massive and incredibly active maintenance of the overarching LangChain and LangChain community repositories.
So LangChain itself helps keep them healthy.
In a way, yes. LangChain acts as a central hub for tool integration, effectively inheriting its strong developer support, its continuous improvement efforts, and its rapid response to issues to the tools it wraps. This provides an additional layer of reliability and assurance for developers building with these tools, as they benefit from the broader framework's health, stability, and responsiveness. So while a tool's individual GitHub might seem quieter than, say, pandas or requests, its deep integration into LangChain often means it's still very much alive, actively monitored, and well-supported through the larger LangChain umbrella. It's like having the full weight of a major framework's engineering team implicitly backing these individual tools.
So looking beyond these rankings and these common threads, what does this all mean for the future? Where is agentic AI heading in the next few years based on these tooling trends?
Well, the agentic AI tooling landscape is definitely evolving at a breakneck pace, and several key trends are emerging that paint a fascinating picture of the future. First, there's an undeniable and growing focus on real-time and dynamic data. The prominence of web search tools like DuckDuckGo and advanced web browsing tools like Playwright underscores the increasing demand for agents to access and interact with the most current information available. We'll see agents that are not just up-to-date but truly live-aware, crucial for dynamic applications like financial analysis, supply chain optimization, or even real-time content moderation.
Always connected, always current.
Pretty much.
And what about specialization? Are we moving towards more niche, hyper-focused tools?
Yes, that's absolutely the second major trend, the rise of domain-specific toolkits. While general-purpose tools like the Python REPL or requests are universally useful, we're seeing a growing trend towards highly specialized agents equipped with tailored knowledge access mechanisms to operate effectively within specific, narrow domains. Imagine agents equipped with tools specifically for legal research, accessing vast law libraries, or medical agents using tools like PubMed for biomedical literature. We're already seeing specialized GitHub toolkits for DevOps agents or Salesforce toolkits for sales automation agents. This trend will create truly expert AI systems for, well, pretty much every conceivable industry.
AI experts for specific fields.
Exactly.
What about the human element in all of this? Will humans be completely removed from the loop as these agents become more capable?
Not at all. And that brings us to the third crucial trend: sophisticated human-in-the-loop integration. The increasing focus on tools like the Slack toolkit for instant communication and the broader capabilities offered by LangGraph for stateful workflows suggest a rising trend towards integrating human oversight and intervention directly into complex agent workflows. This isn't about replacement. It's about collaboration. It ensures that agents can escalate issues, seek clarification, or obtain approval when facing uncertainty or maybe critical decisions, thereby enhancing reliability, trust, and accountability in production systems. Humans will become the strategic directors, guiding and approving the agent's work, perhaps.
The human as supervisor or collaborator.
Precisely.
And looking even further ahead, how will these individual agents interact with each other in the future? Will they form teams?
That leads directly to the fourth trend: the rise of multi-agent systems. Discussions around the immense benefits and complex challenges of multi-agent systems point to a future where AI agents will increasingly collaborate with each other to achieve far more complex and ambitious goals than any single agent could accomplish alone. Imagine a team of AI agents, one for research, one for data analysis, one for maybe legal review, all collaborating on a single project. This necessitates robust communication protocols and shared tool access mechanisms among different agents, leading to more sophisticated, distributed, and incredibly powerful AI architectures. It's the ultimate form of digital teamwork, you could say.
AI office teams.
Interesting.
Yeah, potentially.
Finally, as these systems get more complex and operate more autonomously, how do we make sure they're working correctly, efficiently, and securely? What about monitoring? That's where observability and evaluation come in. Our fifth and arguably most critical trend for enterprise adoption. The emphasis on tools and platforms like Langsmith highlights the paramount importance of debugging, monitoring, and continuously evaluating agent performance in real time. This indicates a significant maturation of the agentic AI market, with a strong shift towards production readiness. Without robust observability, deploying complex agents would be like flying blind.
You need to see what they're doing.
Absolutely. Visibility into agent behavior, understanding their decision-making processes, tracing their actions, and continuously improving their performance are paramount for successful enterprise deployment and trust in these autonomous systems. It's the infrastructure that ensures these powerful agents are not just smart, but also reliable and accountable.
This has been incredibly insightful, painting a vivid picture of the agentic AI landscape. So, based on all of this, what are the actionable strategic recommendations for organizations looking to adopt these powerful free LangChain tools and embark on their agentic AI journey?
Based on our deep dive, here are 5 key recommendations I'd suggest. First, prioritize foundational tools. Start with web search, code execution, and database interaction. These provide broad utility and offer immediate, significant impact across diverse use cases, giving you the most bang for your buck early on. Second, and absolutely critically, implement robust security measures for any tools involving code execution or direct system interaction. This is non-negotiable. Sandboxing, fine-grained access controls, and query sanitization are not optional extras. They are fundamental requirements for safe deployment.
Security first, always.
Always. Third, leverage the LangChain ecosystem to its fullest. Capitalize on its extensive integrations, its active developer community, and that inherent LangChain effect on tool maintenance we talked about. This will provide reliability and continuous improvements that would be challenging to achieve on your own. Fourth, consider your domain-specific needs. Once you have those foundational capabilities established, explore specialized tools tailored precisely to your industry or unique business problems. This is where you can achieve truly differentiated value. And finally, invest in observability and evaluation from day one. For any serious production deployment, tools like Langsmith are absolutely essential for debugging, for monitoring agent performance in real time, and for ensuring continuous improvement and accountability. And always plan for scalability and maybe even multi-agent architectures from the outset. Design your systems with future complexity and collaboration in mind, because these agents will increasingly work together to tackle even more intricate tasks, becoming increasingly integrated to your core operations.
This deep dive has truly shown us how essential these tools are in the evolving landscape of artificial intelligence. They empower large language models to overcome their inherent limitations, interact dynamically with the real world, and automate complex tasks that were once simply beyond their reach, requiring human intervention at every step. What's truly remarkable is how these free LangChain tools are democratizing access to powerful agentic capabilities, fostering incredible innovation and allowing organizations of all sizes, from ambitious startups to established enterprises, to develop sophisticated AI solutions cost-effectively, shifting their focus from basic computation to genuine problem-solving. The agentic AI market is undergoing a rapid, almost exponential evolution, with a clear trajectory towards more autonomous, intelligent, and deeply integrated systems. The continued development and widespread adoption of robust, free tools within leading frameworks like LangChain will not just accelerate this transformation across industries, but fundamentally reshape how we interact with technology. This deep dive has shown us how indispensable these tools are, but it also raises an important question for you, our listener, to consider. As agentic AI matures and these tools become even more seamlessly integrated into our daily workflows, what new frontiers of creativity and efficiency will they unlock for you in your professional or personal life? And how will your role as a human in the loop evolve in a world where intelligent agents are increasingly becoming your most powerful and proactive collaborators? Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope this exploration into free LangChain tools for agentic AI has given you a clearer, more insightful picture of this truly transformative technology. Until next time.